Guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I have laundry to put on hangers and be put away for the kids, but I also need to film. So what better way to kill two birds with one stone and record and do laundry. As promised, I wanted to go over my first trimester, and maybe I'll talk a little bit about how my second trimester has been so far. But I'll be 19 weeks tomorrow. Here is a little bump shot. I swear at the end of the day I feel like so much bigger. Maybe that's a better angle, but there she is, growing, kicking a lot, so it's exciting. So I guess I'll just kick things off and get right to it. The first trimester was hell. And I just want to preface this as a possible trigger warning for women out there. Just some things I'm going to share. I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm so blessed and fortunate that I'm able to have 3 pregnancies and that I'm growing a healthy baby. But the reality of pregnancy, and I know that this is not the case for every woman, it's hard. It's hard on you physically, mentally, emotionally, all that jazz. So for me, things were good. I would say up until about 7.5, 8 weeks along. That's when the real hell started. I was constantly throwing up, couldn't keep anything down, was just so miserable. And as you can imagine, if you're not able to keep food down or drinks down, you get a big headache, you're very exhausted, and you're just downright miserable. And that's exactly what I was, trying to work. Thankfully, I work from home, and I feel so fortunate that for all my pregnancies, I've been able to work from home. So being able to, step away and go into my, work from my bed helped a lot because, like I said, I had no energy. So having to, focus and, work was not something I really wanted to do. But I had to because we got bills over here. So on top of not having energy, throwing up, not being able to keep anything down, I was having killer headaches as a result of everything. For me, nothing but ibuprofen works. But as you know, when you're pregnant, you are only able to take Tylenol. So that was something else I had to, kind of suffer through and go through the motions. So I want to say that was really about 7.5 weeks to 8 weeks, all the way until I want to say about 11 weeks. At about 11 weeks, it started easing up a little bit. My doctor did prescribe me 2 different types of nausea medicine, which did not work, but I wanted to, give it a shot because I know every pregnancy is different. So I was hopeful that it would help me. Unfortunately, that was not the case. So she first started me off with Zofran at the lowest dose, and then she increased it. And then because that didn't work, she prescribed me promethazine. Now, that one, it did help. The only downside to that is it makes you drowsy. So I couldn't really take it while working because I would fall asleep, or I would want to fall asleep. So it was kind of not a helpful choice because it wasn't something that I was able to function day to day, especially because I work. I started getting really bad indigestion, which has stuck around, but just like little things like ketchup, lemons, limes, pepperoni, just things like you understand why it's happening, but it doesn't make sense because it's just like, well, I just want to eat or I want to drink. Another thing is, and I'm not a big soda drinker to begin with, but anything carbonated. So I've noticed, like, if I drink soda, or, I mean, that's basically all I drink soda because I don't like static water, it will make me feel so bloated, so gross, and just like, I guess like my indigestion will start coming up because I feel like bubbly up my throat. So that has been fun. But I want to say, like, those are like the major things that I dealt with in the first trimester. I know that those are mainly like textbook symptoms. But when you're going through it, you're going through it. So when I was at my lowest point, I was wishing I wasn't pregnant anymore. And I know that may sound morbid or triggering to some people. Like I mentioned, I'm very thankful that I'm pregnant and that my baby is healthy so far. But when you're miserable, you're wanting it to stop, right? You're wanting the discomfort to stop. You're wanting to just feel better and feel normal. Like, I wasn't able to, be present for my kids. I was there, but I wasn't. I was laying on the couch. I was like really bumming it. I didn't even have the energy to do simple tasks like wash the dishes, do laundry, pick up around the house. So, like, when you're feeling that way, you feel crummy about yourself and you feel like you're not a good mom. Obviously, you feel that mom guilt that you're not able to give your child all the attention that they need. Because let's face it, kids need a lot of attention. Especially toddlers, they're learning and growing, so they're wanting to show you every little thing that they do. So, that was really hard for me not to be able to be present in the moment and be there for them. I want to say that is just the biggest hurdles of my first trimester. Now, my second trimester, things have gotten better. I still feel very nauseous. I still get indigestion. I'm not throwing up as much. So this is like textbook how my pregnancy was with my daughter, which is so strange to me. But I'm already feeling the sciatica. Oh my goodness. If you guys had a sciatic, like your sciatic nerve go crazy, you understand my pain. Like, it comes out of nowhere, and it'll be like I'm walking, and then all of a sudden, it'll hit me, and then I'm like, oh, about to fall. And it's so uncomfortable, and there's rarely anything that you can do to help. You kind of just have to let it run its course, which is super frustrating. But I'm saying, like, this is textbook, like, my daughter's pregnancy, so I'm kind of really nervous. Because at one point in my third trimester with my daughter, I had to see a chiropractor 3 times a week to help adjust me, to help with the sciatic pain, but also because my hips started expanding and preparing for labor, he had to like adjust me and put me back in place. But let me tell you, I cried so much with her because it was just so uncomfortable. Like, just the simple tasks like walking, I couldn't even do. This is all a part of pregnancy and motherhood that you go through. Our bodies are drastically changing, and, we're forming a human. So obviously our body has to shift and change and mold to make sure the baby has what they need to grow healthy and strong. But man, is it a lot. Thank you for following along and sitting down with me while I do laundry and just having like a little chit chat time. If you guys have any other questions, concerns, if you guys are interested in me doing an updated Q&A or any other ideas, please let me know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.